Well, Spud was at it again today. Just when I arrived at the pond, she was headed right back up towards the protected trees on the side of the hill. She actually went back to the same place where she stole a tree yesterday. And even though there's not a tree in there anymore, she still circled around the cage looking for a way in. Presumably, she must have wanted some more of the scraps that were around the tree. She did try for a little while, but she didn't put in quite as much of an effort as yesterday. And eventually she decided to follow her nose around the hill and see what else there was to eat. Next, she visited another protected tree that had chain link fence around it. This one actually looked a little more secure. I didn't see any gaps. She circled around a little bit looking for a way in, but she didn't spend that much time trying to figure out this particular fence. Then it was back to following her nose around the hill, just looking for something that smelled like it might be really delicious. There was a smell around this tree stump that really interested her. You can see she's checking it out. She's pretty sure she smells something. She tries the plant right next to it, but then she realizes what she smells is the leaves on the ground, and then she sits and happily devours those for a little while. I think it's cute how furiously she eats when she finds something she likes, and I also get a kick out of watching her little hands work the food to keep it, shoveling it in her mouth as she's chewing. After that, it was back to roaming around the hill, following her nose. I had to get up and start moving around to try to follow where she was going. I wasn't sure where she was going next. Once she found something she wanted to eat and stopped, I moved a little bit further west because I like to have the sun behind me when I'm filming her. And then I just sort of sat down on the ground about 10 feet away from her because it looked like she might stay put for a little while she ate that plant. But then when I realized she was digging it up rather than eating it, I realized she was now going to just start collecting food to take back to the pond. So she actually came and started grabbing a plant that was only a few feet away from me as she's starting to fill her mouth. But then she turned and came over and had her sights on a plant that was literally about a foot from my foot. And she was chewing right beside me. I had to actually pull back my camera a little because even without zoom, she was almost too close to have her on the screen. So I just sort of leaned back and tried to film as well as I could, considering she was right beside me. It's quite funny to watch them try to fill as much food as they can hold in their mouth before they head back to the pond. But it looked like she just about had what she could carry and started heading down the hill. Fortunately, she had to stop to sort of adjust what was in her mouth. That gave me the opportunity to get along beside her, and I tried to move down the hill just near her so that I could continue filming. Always worried I'm going to trip because I can't really look where I'm walking as I'm trying to feel my way down the hill while still keeping the camera zoomed on her. And then I just crept down low on the sidewalk so that she could pass right close to where I was, so I could get a good up-close look at that silly waddle she has as she crosses the sidewalk. And then I just followed her to show her ambling down the last short trail to get into the pond. And you'll see once she's in the pond, she swims around to the front entrance, and when she disappears, you know she's at the entrance to the lodge. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this adventure. I love following her and filming her as she does these silly beaver things. Good day.